What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Block Hash podcast channel. Today we're going to do some chart analysis, specifically talking about Stellar Lumens XLM, and we'll talk about XRP, of course, as they won against the SEC. Huge watershed moment within the industry. We need to take a look at it, and also why this is so good for Stellar and where we go from here. So make sure to check out our Patreon, where this came out originally already, and you can get these access to these chart analysis videos ahead of time. Or you can wait and get it on YouTube the very next day. It's totally up to you. But sign up on Patreon. It costs nothing. A couple of cups of coffee. Links are in the description below. Get access to this stuff early, guys. Also, check out our sponsor, BENFT. They're revolutionizing education using DeFi methods and combining that with artificial intelligence, AI. All links in the description below. All right, so let's check out Stellar Lumens XLM. As it has just exploded. Look at the previous price action and the last pip up we had where we rejected. This isn't even close. This has just completely changed the narrative. I want to zoom in and highlight the fact that this started to happen in very short time span. Like in a couple hours, this happened. And I knew something was going on when I saw this, because I saw this candle, the second one, happen. It jumped up above 11 cents. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Right? And I had to take a look at the news, and boom, Ripple beat the SEC. XRP is not a security. And I thought it was fake, to be completely honest with you, because I thought people were just pumping more fake news out there in hopes of, maybe creating a pump and dump cycle, but it was real. It's real. I still can't believe it. It was better than I thought. Honestly, what happened was the best case scenario for not just Ripple XRP, but for this whole space, and especially for Stellar Lumens. All right, we came up tremendously. I'm going to look at it. I want to get the actual price range here. We got as high as 103%. All right, we settled here in the last day around up 57%, and now we're sitting about up 33%. We've retracted since that high about 33% in correction. Okay, that's fine. That's normal. There's a little trend line here. We're not going to count this little pip. We're going to count this and these kind of resistance areas here. It's hard to do because this is so much volume compared to what we're used to. And with the relistings happening in mass for XRP, things are going to get very, very crazy. I've been telling you for a while. This is the year that Stellar Lumens and XRP absolutely moonshot. It happens every 3 years, but the timing is right for the real move to happen. All right, so on the Bollinger Bands, clearly we are below the moving average. We haven't broken above it, so we broke down through the Bollinger Band. Now we're settling again. Now the question is, are we going to drop again and continue retesting into the 12-cent range, or do we come all the way down to our former ceiling, which is now hopefully a floor at 11.5? We could get down that low. Anything can happen. I don't imagine us completely breaking down all the way to 10 cents or 9 cents, but I do see us finding an area in here. Once we break through this trend line, get through the moving average, we'll retest the Bollinger Band, which could be anywhere between this range of 13 cents to 15.5 cents. And then I'll go from there. Now I'm looking at the 30-minute chart for reference. Looking at the moving averages, we are right on the 100-day, still above the 200-day. The 100 and 200 are probably the most important to watch. If we break below the 100, then it's a full regurgitation, maybe back to the 200 moving average, but we need to hold that 200 moving average. Is very important. I just don't see why this would completely break down. It is a little bit of an exaggerated pump, but at the same time, it's long overdue. And if we can hold, big fucking candles are coming, guys. I swear. And after what we just saw, it could come at any point in time. Like, I can't even zoom out on this. It's a hockey stick. Look, we went from, just falling and retrace, falling and retrace, falling into retrace, and then boom, it just went straight up. All right, it's pulled back, which is totally expected. And where we go from here is all up in the air. On the RSI, clearly way overbought. But we trickled down to oversold. Maybe we'll hold this oversold area and then start to move up again. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen now that we have everything playing into the cards. Just taking a quick look at Ripple. Same thing happening here, getting a little oversold here on this pullback. And the regurgitation today, same as Stellar, oversold here. I think this will hold around this range and then we move up. Okay, that's what I'll be watching very carefully. Back to Stellar Lumens. What else should we look at, guys? The news has been very favorable. The SEC is reviewing, again, BlackRock's ETF as well as other ETFs for Bitcoin spot trading. And the SEC is really on the spot now to potentially approve one of those. If that happens, things will go anabolic, completely anabolic. It'll just build and build and build, and then it'll explode. And we're seeing Bitcoin's strength above 30,000 still, even in a pullback day, not breaking below. All right, Bitcoin is holding very strong. We saw some strong movement from Ethereum, saw some strong movement from some other altcoins, all coinciding. But this pump initially, this rally is going to be so good for Ripple and XLM. It will be mind-boggling. So the question is, where do we go from here? For that, we need to zoom out to the 1 day, where you can see we've had this massive bar, bigger than anything we've had in a very, very long time. Obviously, we need to hold in this range. We probably need to range for the next week, maybe into next week. At that point in time, actually, this would be next week. That'd be the second week. We'll probably make another move up. Now, where will that take us? We got huge zones that we can clear all the way up to 17 cents, to 20 cents, to 24 cents, where it looks like all of this is over. All right? The FTX bullshit is over. The Celsius Voyager crap is over. Like, this is very good news. We're coming back up out of it after some pullbacks and consolidation. And like I said, November of this year, which is all the way out here, is supposed to be the 3-year pattern. We're right on target. So from July, we have until August, September, October, November. So 4 months from today, we should be in a full bull cycle if the trend holds. If so, by the end of the year, we could be looking at these numbers. We could. It'd be fantastic. But I honestly think we're going a lot higher. I think this is the time for XLM and for XRP to really shine. I think remittance is an area of high interest right now. I think a lot of banks want in on it. I think a lot of asset managers want in on it. I think with ISO 222 now being implemented and XRP and XLM being the front runners to create CBDCs and digital currencies for sovereign nations, you know, they're poised to do so well. So if you're holding these, you're probably going to reap tremendous benefits and rewards. Bitcoin and the rest of the market will slowly climb, but I don't think that explosion will happen in Bitcoin until we get to 2024. I'm just not feeling it. I think Bitcoin is on the verge of popping. Take a quick look at it. Bitcoin's looking really good, and we might have a leg up into the mid 35,000 range, somewhere around there, at any point in time. But Bitcoin's still just marching. It's taking its sweet time. It's doing exactly what it's built to do. I don't think it's going to break all-time highs this year, but I think it can get very high this year. That's the key. So when volatility returns, and it looks like it's happening very slowly, and I think everything is changing in the U.S. It's amazing how that can happen in a single day. Single day that can happen. Yeah, guys, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm very excited about this. This is a massive move. All right. It's going to create a lot of FOMO. People don't want to miss out on this opportunity. So you will see the price continue to rise. It will happen. Now, you just have to be level-headed. You don't want to buy in up here. You always want to wait for it to pull back. So anywhere, within this range is probably a good place to pick some up. Down here, even better. So if you really are looking for a position, this is a better position. All right, not financial advice. Do what you want to do. But if it was me, I would be buying either here or waiting and see if it can get down to this line. But I know that this is not going to stay suppressed for much longer, especially with XRP getting relisted, with these ETFs about to go through, with potential bills going through Congress and getting approved and maybe becoming law. So many good things are happening. The US dollar index is down, which also helps. Interest rates, inflation is down to 3% in the US, getting closer to the Fed target of 2%, which means they might not raise rates again. They could even cut rates this year. It's possible. Things are looking better for crypto, so much better than they were even a month ago. So that's my take on XLM. That's what I think is going on. Make sure to like this video if you're watching this on YouTube, and comment your thoughts down below. Same thing in Patreon. Like, comment, share your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you already have, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to Patreon, definitely do so. I would also appreciate that. Have a great day, guys.